Good evening and welcome to Universal Spiritualism and our trance evening with Niko. So just pop your comments and questions into the box and Niko will come to answer your questions about, Niko and his guides and inspirers, Noah, will answer questions about spirit world and all things to do with spirit. So without further ado, I will bring Niko, and who has already gone into trance, onto stage. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I've just been panicking because the internet's been horrendous. So trying to get on was a bit manic. So I'll settle down in a minute. Okay. Good evening.
Greetings to you, my dear one. Truly grateful, my dear, for this opportunity once more you have bestowed upon us in order to be heard into your realm. And greetings to all who have joined to bear witness, to listen, to offer questions, seeking clarity. Our honor and respect is offered to each of you. Each of you who have experienced heartache. It is through this heartache that you either question your existence, you question your purpose, you struggle, you fear, or you turn to spirit for guidance and answers. But what you fail to recognize is that you are experiencing heartache because you represent the human self. Each aspect of your essence, for there are many, scattered throughout various timelines, even throughout our realm, experience growth in their own ways. But what you are living through as an experience is being learned through all selves of the same essence. So when you question and you assume pain of your realm, it is for the highest growth that you perceive as your downfall is in actuality your strength. For though it is only through the human form that heartache can be experienced. It does not lessen your existence. It amplifies it. For we all learn through your bravery, through your pain. At times, it is not enough to sense presence near for the human intellect. still seeking someone else to walk the path of pain. But I assure you, each step, each movement, each progression through your heartache, many are walking with you. Many are embracing you. Many are lending their courage when yours falters. Because we are all one. One shared experience. One lesson learned. All rooted in love. Which is why we also owe our honor and respect to each of you. For we all learn through all of you, not merely from the vessel we are projecting through. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you for those inspired words. A few hellos first. We have Christine Campbell, Melissa, Katie, Heather, Evie Kitten, Michelle Oliver, Holly, T. Smith, I think that's Teresa, Katie, Dana, Karen Berry, Charlene, Tracy, Lucy, and right, we have a couple of questions. So to start with, Michelle Oliver is asking, I'm curious as to know if we are living in a past dimension. When I go to sleep, I go somewhere and come back, knowing certain situations are going to happen. I would love to hear your insight, please.
My dear one, the concept of time exists in your realm. The perception of those in your realm is that past, present, and future truly exist. This is intentional. It serves a purpose. It allows an essence to navigate through its physical vessel under the illusion that it is human. As there is no sense of time or space, my dear, what you are experiencing are parallel realities occurring simultaneously. Your visitation to another locale is merely cross-consciousness, my dear. Your essence is consciousness. It is overlapping with the consciousness of another version of you. This is why you sense a familiarity during your visitation. This is why you do not experience fear, but a warmth, an embrace, if you will. It feels even more real than a waking state, because it is, my dear. Recognize the purpose on why you are receiving these visions. It is to step away from fear, from doubt, from the distortion the mind creates, and allow this portal, if you will, my dear, to return you to your own essence. Recognize this as well, my dear. though there are many parallel realities occurring simultaneously. It is all one source, one essence, one being, one breath. Each one learns from the other. Even the heartache we mentioned earlier, my dear, is felt through your various realities, just as you have experienced numerous times within this reality you are aware of. A sudden warmth, of happiness, a sudden surge of anger, even heartache, which did not belong to you. For through this overlapping of consciousness, my dear, all emotions are also simultaneously felt. This is how each learns from the other, providing substantial growth to your one true essence. So rather than analyzing, remain content with experiencing your visitation. Remember the feelings you endured. And when you awake, my dear, journal it. For the more entries into your journal, the more your human intellect will notice the messages. It is not enough, my dear, to receive the messages telepathically through these cross consciousnesses. It is to translate it to your human thought, your language, your purpose within this incarnation. That is how one expands their enlightenment, my dear. And in turn, their true soul's purpose is revealed to them much more clearer. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Michelle does have a couple of follow-on questions. She asks, how many dimensions are there? And are our loved ones that passed away in our dimension still alive in other dimensions?
My dear, to understand the answer we shall provide, one must first remove the concept of separation, my dear. Your question implies that these dimensions are distant than your realm. If consciousness overlaps, my dear, it is because all essences are simultaneously in every dimension. There is no distance, my dear, just as your own essence has never departed from our realm. Your physical form in your realm is not your identity, my dear. It is merely the vessel your essence is utilizing in order to navigate through the human reality. Your essence overlaps. Your essence remains interconnected. Your essence is much vaster than the sky the human eye sees. Your essence is everywhere at all times. So if your essence, my dear, is within this expansive energetic field, so too are all you have developed relationships with during this incarnation. Friends, allies, foes, family. All essences are overlap, my dear, which equates to those you perceived as lost loved ones, my dear, are still very much present within your own energetic expanse. And if there is a relationship, my dear, which offered a profound love connection, it also equates to that essence, and your essence is deeply rooted in love, and thereby have agreed to interact through various incarnations within various relationships. Keep in mind, my dear, there is no end, no finality. Finality only exists where there is a concept of time, physical realm, not essence. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. There's some smashing questions this week, so I'll just go through each of them in turn. Evie Kitten asks, is it appropriate to feel so overwhelmed and sleep much of the day and night sometimes? I feel there is so much energy to transmute from outside of me, or do I just need nutrition?
Very observant, my dear. The profound energy outside of you, which you mentioned, is the expansive, energetic field of your essence we are referencing, my dear. The more your consciousness shifts within that field, the more you are sensing a profound level of frequency, my dear, energy. And within your realm, within this physical form, is a limited reserve of energetic frequency. So when one's consciousness expands, my dear, into the field, when one is sensing the power of its own vibrational frequency, when the consciousness returns to the human form in your reality, the form itself, my dear, also must need to adjust to catch up, if you will. This often provides fatigue. This is also, my dear, growth. It is as if you are fine-tuning the vessel for your essence, my dear, so it will be able to sustain more of that powerful frequency as you progress through your journey of enlightenment and truth. Continue your search. Continue your return. Continue remembering your essence, my dear. For when one truly recognizes their essence once more, the form instantly elevates within its frequency. The fatigue is less. There is a reserve supply of energy, if you will, which through awakening and remembrance it is activated. So as one enlightens, my dear, as one remembers, my dear, the physical vessel is also affected, my dear, in order to sustain the flow. in order to be the vessel for spirit, either through this form of communication or other modalities, or simply, my dear, you in physical form, speaking your truth, allowing your light to shine brightly, speaking of essence, reminding others they are essence. Each unique purpose is quite profound and important for all. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Teresa asks, I recently got told that my human body is tired, but also that my soul is tired. Is that possible, as I thought a soul was energy and could not experience tiredness? Thank you.
My dear, allow me to first ask you, who was the source? If it is one in your realm, my dear, then are those words not based on their own perception? The perception, my dear, influenced by the conditioning of their human mind, by their beliefs, by their education, which has also been influenced by others in your realm. Your essence, my dear, is a pure energy. There is no fatigue, my dear. For its movements do not replicate the movements of physical form. Your physical vessel, my dear, requires nutrition and rest. For it is navigating in your realm, a dense reality, my dear. It is confined to your Earth's gravity. It is confined to the negative expressions of those in your realm. It is confined to misteachings, conditioning, fear. It is confined to your illusion, my dear. Hence, fatigue. Your essence has never been, nor will ever be confined. Your essence is powerful, energetic frequencies, my dear. Limitless. There is no fatigue, my dear. Always view the source, my dear. Listen carefully to the words provided from essence, and listen less to the words provided from another in physical form. I thank you, my dear one.
Teresa says it was a message from spirit, but she doesn't say whether that spirit was direct through herself or another person.
My dear, allow me to interject, my dear. When one softens the mind, when one removes all fear, one silences the ego. When one wishes, my dear, to receive insight through essence, my suggestion would be develop this form of communication, my dear. Utilize your device to capture the audio. Remove the physical form, the resistance of the mind, the control of the ego, the fear, the doubt. Allow your consciousness to shift within your own energetic expanse. Do not formulate the words. Do not listen to the words. Trust essence, my dear. And the message with clarity that you seek will come through in abundance into your device. And when your consciousness returns, my dear, then you may listen, you may assess, you may evaluate. When the mind, my dear, is still very much a participant, the message becomes construed, my dear, altered by the mind, even if you are unaware at the time. When one claims, my dear, that essence uttered the words, that it experiences fatigue, notice, my dear, that perhaps this was the mind's interpretation, but it was not fully removed from the dialogue transpiring. And if another in physical form, my dear, brought through essence and offered the same information, then perhaps, my dear, that one in physical form did not remove their thoughts entirely and adjusted the true message unknowingly. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Anna asks, why am I not able to maintain relationships? My work family was like family, but as soon as I left the job, I lost the family. I'm tired of being alone. Any guidance, please?
My dear, perhaps experiencing loneliness is a vital lesson for your growth. Notice, my dear, how the ego my dear one, may we trouble you to silence your device?
Sorry, I thought I had.
Much appreciation, my dear. It does not affect us, my dear, but it will in turn affect the vessel. We shall continue, my dear one. The ego, my dear, is quite fragile. Through the lessons you've learned, through your physical experiences, through pain, the ego crafted your identity, my dear, in order to survive, if you will, those experiences in your realm. This does not equate, my dear, to the identity created is your identity. It is the human perception of who you are, my dear. The ego's desire to be loved, to be appreciated, to be seen. For through that, the identity the ego creates flourishes. Yet this is false, my dear. The mere fact that one believes they are alone proves that they have not remembered their essence, that they view their existence through that lens of the human form. They believe this crafted identity is real. One can never be alone, my dear. They are always joined, essence to essence. Even these relationships which faltered, my dear, it merely indicates that the agreement between two essences was never meant to endure a specific duration within physical form. It does not mean, my dear, that those essences have parted ways. When one continues to focus on their true alignment with their essence, my dear, those who are meant to also align shall. It is not a matter, my dear, of possessing the ability to sustain a relationship. It is the ego, my dear, responding to pain. The ego whispering, if you will, that one is not worthy, that one cannot sustain relationships, that one cannot be loved. None of it is real, my dear. It is an illusion. You are able to be loved, for you are love. You are never alone, for you are always intertwined with essences. Each relationship you have encountered has been purposeful, as there has been growth, learning, maturity, lessons, all which were designed to occur before this incarnation. And there shall be more, my dear. Be appreciative, even if they are for a short duration. Honor all relationships, my dear, for the relationship was never originated in your world, as is your perception. Each relationship originated essence to essence. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. That question actually and your answer leads very nicely into the next one. Jenny Berlin says, is my granddaughter a star seed? I feel that we have been connected in past lives together. Unbelievable connection.
My dear, allow me to echo our answer previously, that there are no past lives, my dear, for there is no concept of time. What is occurring, my dear, is once more we mention the cross consciousness, essence to essence, my dear. You are privy to this one incarnation that offers you tangible results in order for your human mind to perceive it as real. But there are limits, my dear, in your realm. For one, recognize it as it being the only incarnation. And as your essence, my dear, is a projection within an energetic field, there are many other projections of essence occurring simultaneously within other incarnations. Intergalactic selves, my dear, are most definitely present. her essence, my dear. No, in physical realm, the relationship you recognized has faded. The connection between essence and essence always remains, my dear. And what is occurring is that your consciousness is reconnecting, my dear, with her essence, but not as the one in human form. Why this is occurring, my dear, is due to the familiarity of her energetic resonance that you recognized and sensed while in physical form. Allows you to soften your hesitation and trust that it is her essence. By doing so, my dear, her consciousness is leading your consciousness to recognize your own parallel intergalactic self, my dear. For as mentioned earlier, my dear, each essence with incarnations assist one another, learn through each other. And through this union, my dear, growth occurs for your highest essence. So your galactic self, my dear, has been attempting to communicate with you. And perhaps your mind has dismissed it as imagination. But because this frequency of energy is most familiar to you, you have softened your resistance, trusted enough to be intrigued. Follow the course, my dear. Allow her guidance to lead you where it is meant to travel to. For there are profound messages awaiting your receptivity, my dear. Trust what is occurring, for it leads to exponential growth, my dear, for all. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Christine Campbell says, I've had a very vivid dream. 3 identical looking men flying, angel-like without wings. They landed in front of me and gave me the message, we 3 are in one. Then I woke up feeling very comforted. My question is, could they be my spirit guides and or simply delivering the message that we are all connected? And then she said they were all dressed in white robes.
My dear, the message itself that we are all connected, is that not profound enough, my dear? You already possess the answer to your question. It is through what you sensed. Did you not feel united, comforted, protected, loved? It is through these feelings, my dear, these emotions, that the certainty is, these presences are most certainly assisting you. Messages received, my dear, are not received as they are received in your realm. They are not random messages. Messages, my dear, are delivered through essences who are assisting your essence through this physical journey, my dear. Even as the one previous received a message from a lost loved one, that too is an essence who is continuing to assist the essence on this physical journey. Notice, my dear, the human mind immediately seeks recognition, identity, labels, names. But this is the teaching of your realm. If something is not measured, tangible, then it is not real. Also, why in your realm, trusting the unseen isn't even possible, for it is not logical to the human mind. And yet, my dear, within your question, you noted that you sensed an emotion the human mind is incapable of creating. So the answer to your question, my dear, is both. A message was indeed delivered. And it was indeed delivered by the essences assisting you on this physical journey. The question now, my dear, is what is your intention? To seek identity, to appease the ego, to boast in your realm, due to the ego, or to remain humbled, my dear, to view this as a reverent, sacred collaboration, to be vulnerable in order to be open to receive even more clarity. And then, my dear, apply it to your journey by remembering your true purpose and assist with the enlightenment of others. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Rebecca Whelan asks, sorry, it's not coming up. I would love to have guidance on my spiritual journey whilst right in the middle of a storm. It's very tough right now. I feel like I'm suffocating. What's going on? Everything is up in the air. Thank you.
My dear, the storm in your realm never lingers, my dear. It always passes. The storm appears, my dear, also as a symbolic gesture. This too shall pass, my dear. This is offering you ample time to reflect. But rather than reflecting inward, my dear, you are seeking answers outward. This time is offering you a moment, my dear, to connect with your source, your essence, your pulse. And rather than doing so, my dear, you're not fearful, questioning, consumed. The turn of events rather than the pause, the silence. Is there not always, my dear, a moment of silence during the storm? Capitalize on this silence, my dear. Do not reflect how the storm began. Do not anticipate when the storm shall end. Just trust that it shall also pass, my dear. Capitalize on this moment. What is there for you to learn? How should you redirect your awareness? You ask how to strengthen your spiritual journey, and yet your question is rooted in the human journey. Recognize your question first, my dear. Is that a question your essence would ask? Within that answer, my dear, lies the insight for your spiritual growth. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. And we have Donna Clay. Sorry, I've lost it. There it is. Donna asks, is there such a thing as evolving awareness too quickly without fully integrating it?
Negative, my dear. Because it is not approaching you. You are not reaching for it. You already possess it, my dear. It is not a destination to reach, my dear. It is in the now. When it seems as if there's rapid succession, my dear, it is merely that you are trusting more. You are releasing the fear and the doubt easier. And the intellect perceives it as rapid. This rapidness you speak of, my dear, this indicates the speed at which energy travels. Hence why essence is everywhere at all times. There is no time. There is no space. There are no barriers to slow its pace, which is why it travels instantaneously, my dear. So what is occurring is that your awareness has shifted into that stream, even momentarily, my dear. Once it enters the stream and it senses the rapid pace of the flow, one is unchanged. When one returns, my dear, to the physical consciousness, there is a profound change. Where through this distinct flow of energy, it is as if, my dear, you are experiencing it at a standstill. No change in time, no change in perception. You are just being one with the flow. But when you return, my dear, the intellect needs to assess it. And as this is far into the human intellect, it equates it to what it already knows, time. Hence the perception that it evolved quicker. Recognize that your thoughts through your assessments, my dear, must offer the intellect familiarity, understanding, that in which it knows, understands. And it taps into the resources of your subconscious in order to justify the occurrence. This is why human comprehension is limited, my dear. It is merely based on what one experiences through the physical journey, what the intellect absorbs through study, research, conversations. And yet, when consciousness shifts into that stream. Remembrance returns. That is where the truth, the knowledge, the intellect of essence resides. So relying on the human intellect to rationalize, to deduce, to offer an explanation is limiting. Listen to your intuition, my dear. You sense the change. Don't view it as change of essence. View it as change of human awareness. Just as the human awareness was in sleep mode, if you will. Awakening seems quick, abrupt, at times even unjustified. But the flow, the current of essence has never changed. That is what you are experiencing, my dear. Honor it. Remember it. Be the change. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Just want to mention to Kay Weezy, who was asking, was that for me? Kay Weezy and everybody else, as all of the questions and therefore the answers are spiritual based, all of the answers will have relevance to you, your spirit as well. Okay. And on that note, unfortunately, we have run out of time. So I need to just pass back over to Noah to say some final words that are relevant for everybody. Thank you.
Profound words, my dear, you offered to those who have joined us. And we shall also speak the same words. And this is proof, my dear ones, that we are all indeed interconnected. Also proof that your energetic expanse, your field, your essence is vast and brilliant and also interconnected. So even as you are listening to the human ears, you are not. And even as this vessel is speaking through the human mouth, it is not. We are all communicating essence to essence through emotions, sensations, telepathy, remembrance. And even when it is occurring in your realm, and you perceive it is human to human, understand that it is and always shall remain a communication between essence to essence, merely being played through the vessels. So indeed, each word spoken, each answer of clarity was communicated essence to essence, which is why each one of you resonated with either a specific word or phrase or message or clarity. This is precisely why you joined today. Not because of the human intrigue, but because your essence guided you to join, to experience, to allow something within you to awaken. to fight the resistance, the fear, and the doubt, and align with your essence in order to remember your true purpose. We are grateful for being allowed this opportunity to be of assistance to each of you. We honor this vessel as we honor each of you as a vessel that we all learn from. We remain humble and grateful. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you so much, Noah. And while Niko returns to us from being in trance, just to let you know what's happening next week, we have readings and healing every day on online live psychic readings and on YouTube at Find Me a Medium. And tomorrow we've got a very full day because at 10 o'clock we start with Amanda. Then at 2 o'clock, these are all UK times. So if you're not non-UK, you'll have to do the Time Buddy translations or just Google it. 2 o'clock is Anna, 3:30 is Sheila Dougal, 5 o'clock is Lainey, 6 o'clock we have healing meditation with Lisa, and then at 7 o'clock we have Carl Hulse. So plenty of things going on tomorrow. As usual, I'd like to just have an advert for my awakening book, Universal Spirit. If you're interested in your own spiritual journey, then that's ideal. And then Niko has his books as well, and you can find those on Niko's website or on my website findmeamedium.com/books. Okay. Hi, Niko.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Niko. And thank you, everybody, for coming. Have a great week. And Niko's back on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, and that's with Trance Evidential Mediumship. So it's about bringing through your loved ones. Okay. So see you all then. And thank you very much.